Let me ask you, young men, do you tell your friends what your father teaches you? It's a serious question. Young men cursing foul language in your presence, and you know that your father don't tolerate that. What do you say to them? Excuse me, sir, I don't appreciate cursing in my company. Get out of my car. Do you say that? Or they curse in the car, in your father's car? I tell the world the message my father tells me. Number two, they did not understand that he was telling them about his father. Who was he telling them about? His father. He talks about his daddy. Christ had a mother for 33 and a half years and never talked about her. It was his father he talked about. We need to be fathers who are so influential in our children's lives that they talk about us more than their mother. Clap. That's a good place to clap. Let me tell you why. The mothers are always talked about because the fathers are usually absent. Even the ones who are in the house are usually absent. We need to begin to pick up this wonderful principle of Jesus. The next one. So Jesus said, when you have lifted up the Son of Man, then you will know that I am the one I claim to be, and that I do nothing of myself, watch this, but I speak only what the Father has taught me. The one who sent me is with me. He has not left me alone, for I always do what pleases my Father. You know, that is an incredible difference here. Most men have been trained to please their mother. Usually because their father ain't around to please. And secondly, if they got a father somewhere in their lives, what he's doing, they really don't know if they could live up to that standard. It also tells me that the heart of a male is really to please his father. Because he can't find him, he usually tries to please his mother. But even after he pleases his mother, he still hunger for the desire to please his father. There are so many men today who are looking for their father, just to tell their father, please tell me I'm a man. By the way, psychologically speaking and experientially speaking, a man doesn't feel like he's a man until a father tells him he is. A woman can never make you a man. You desire to please your father. Even the women here, your desire is to please your father. And if you can't find him, then you try and please your husband or your boyfriend. That's why a lot of young women have sex with their boyfriends. They want to please the father image. And sometimes young men play on that. If you love me, you'll let me. So her desire is to please this male image. And so she opens her legs and compromises her values. We want to please the father. Men, if you've got a good father and you know he's a good man, make it your job to do what pleases him. If he tells you something or he suggests something, try and please him. That's a good father. A good father pleases his father. You know, my father was with me yesterday. We had a men's meeting here last night. He came to be with me, and all of the men were together. And my father was asked to say a word. And he stood up. He's almost 80 years old or so. And he said, I am the root, and my son is the shoot. And he says, and you all are the fruit. He had a generational vision of what's happening in his life. He knows he doesn't pass it as church, but the shoot does. He says, and every fruit that I bear is his. You get it? He figured it out. He says, look, I don't need to pass it to church. The church belongs to me. Whatever my son produces comes out of the root. He was a good father. And he knows it. I get my message from my father. I please my father. When my father says to me, son, I am so proud of you, it's the greatest statement I ever hear on earth. Greatest statement. What is a father? Let's write it down real quick. Write these words down. The word father is the Hebrew word Abba or Abba,